I get asked this question a lot. To college or not to college? So, from my personal perspective, when I went to college, kind of the first time around, um, I found that the questions and some of the classes I were taking was kind of boring for me. I'm not a learner that takes tests really well and does test, 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 test. I am definitely a learner who has to kind of get my hands in the dirt and dig in the dirt and figure out how things work. And the curiosity of that led me to leaving college and to exploring the computer industry, which was very nascent at the time. I mean, this is the mid 80s, I'd say 84, 85, so early 80s. And I found this industry that was so exciting and growing. And I thought, wow, if I could even do term papers on this first version word processor and Lotus 123, now I'm really dating myself, that this could be helpful to me as a new skill, kind of a new tool for my tool belt. Fast forward. How do I do, spreadsheets and financial plans and performas when in college, I was like an F student in algebra, like in high school, even. I was bad at math, not because I didn't understand it, but because I thought, where am I going to use this? When am I using these things? How am I going to apply them to real life? I found that it's not everyone's path for sure. And it definitely being an entrepreneur so early on, before that word was even hashtagged all over the place, what everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. I was doing that very, very early to the chagrin of both my parents who didn't know what the hell I was doing with my life and I was going to fail and everything was going to fall apart. And that didn't happen. That's just my own survival and grit and determination and being a lifelong learner that allowed me to surround myself with people that were way smarter than me in other areas and had way better skills in other areas that I could actually learn from. So I learned a lot along the way from some really great people and mentors. I also have friends whose kids now, some of which are going to college, and others have found totally new careers in the whole creator economy, managing creators, getting hired by companies before they're even out of high school. And I think that's amazing. They've found their calling really early, like someone who wants to be a doctor or a lawyer or a surgeon. They know what they want to do from the time that they're young. And the parents, even though they both went to Ivy League schools, they're allowing their kid to do what he wants to do. And if he wants to then take college classes in the creator economy or whatever, that he can do that too. And I think it's great. The tide has kind of turned from, why are you paying $80,000 a year for college when now with AI also many, many, many things, including all the law books and the, medical books and research guides, everything's there. Everything's going to be there. I'm not saying don't go to college. I still think it's a great grounding and a great baseline for people who want it and need it or are going for higher education. But it has never stopped me in my career from doing what I wanted to do. It's absolutely never stopped me from making money. And in fact, I've made more money than most of my friends over the years. But beyond that, I've also had this freedom of, hey, I can do this. I can jump to something else because I'm not so grounded in just being a marketer or an operator or, a business person. I don't have a fear of trying something new. And I think that maybe it's who I am, probably nature versus nurture. This is who I am. But I also think that that ability of not having to do things because everybody else did them is a freeing way of living. And it's for me, it's been an incredible, incredible journey. So to college or not to college, that is the question.